Carl, how you doing?
I'm good, yeah. Thanks for having me.
No problem. We wanted to catch up for many reasons, and I'm wondering, today is the 2-year anniversary of the parade, and I'm sure the last several weeks you're having the anniversaries of your big goal and Game 7, winning the Cup, and now it's the famous parade. So what memories come to mind for you thinking back 2 years when you're celebrating with the city?
Oh, man, a lot. It's kind of crazy to see, like you said, over the last couple of weeks here, watching a bit of the playoffs and then just thinking back, and it's all out on Twitter and social media that, 2-year anniversary came up pretty quick. But just good feelings, It's just kind of weird looking back at pictures and videos of it, but I love it. I even talked to some of the guys the other day, and how good of a time we had and how good it was set up. It's just, it was something special.
I really think you guys also changed the game a little bit with the parades and making it interactive and taking it to the people and getting off the floats and Jordan Binnington getting on the little moped and all that. And then if you add COVID on top of that, where teams that won championships last year couldn't really celebrate in the same way, I mean, it's really nice, first and foremost, that you won the Cup, but really it was the last normal year before all the craziness of COVID also.
Yeah, I mean, we got lucky with that before all that hit. So seeing Tampa last year, kind of feel bad for them not having a regular parade. But, yeah, the way we did it, I thought that was awesome. I didn't know what to expect. I thought we were going to be on, like, a double-decker and, cruise down Market Street. But doing it like that, like we did, interacting with fans, it was more than I could have, dreamed of. It was better than I could have imagined. So super happy that they set it up that way.
Talking with Blues defenseman Carl Gunnarsson, the last couple years with COVID, now that you're past it in terms of this hockey season, just how crazy was that? All the protocols that went with it the last year and a half, and then for a guy like you go through all those protocols where you can't go out as much and you probably can't do as much with your family, and then to get injured on top of that has to be extra frustrating.
Yeah, it wasn't easy. In terms of, like the league, everyone's going through the same thing, and you just got to try to stick with the mindset that, a lot of people has been hit hard by COVID in another way or two. And, I mean, we're in our little bubble. We're doing whatever we can to stay safe. And, we had some outbreaks in the league, but, that's kind of, you got to look at it like minor problems. And then personally, going through the injury I had here wasn't the way I wanted it to go, but it's not much you can do about it. But it was tough being on the sideline watching the guys go through what they did at the end. So it's been kind of a weird, crazy, tough year. But yeah, sometimes that's how she goes, right?
Absolutely. So where are you right now in the rehab process and the recovery from the knee injury?
Yeah, I'm, right on schedule. It's going to be a long road, but yeah, just plugging away, doing rehab every day. And, there's not much to it. It's not fun, but, you just try to find little milestones every week and try to reach your goals every time. So there's always something to look forward to, and just taking baby steps all the time. That's my approach right now.
Talking with Carl Gunnarsson, you mentioned the recovery from an injury not being fun. And a guy like you who's played 12 years in the NHL, long, great career, you've won a cup, and you have a major injury like this, did you contemplate at all of if you wanted to come back, or was that a 100% certainty?
Yeah, it's always, it hits you hard at first, and then you just want to get back. You just want to get back as soon as possible. Like I said, it's tough being on the side, tough watching it, especially with the year we had with injuries on a lot of players. So yeah, just you have that itch pretty quick come back for you, and just I know it's going to be a long road, but I've been kind of through it before, so I know what's ahead.
And the Blues, going back to 2019, when Jordan Binnington comes up, you had made the coaching change with Craig Berube a month or so before, and going through winning the Cup in 2019 all the way through the next season, where you guys, up until the pause, are one of the best teams in hockey. So if you look at that from about a 15-month perspective, I mean, the Blues are the best team in all the NHL. And it seems like, for whatever reason, Doug Armstrong mentioned this, that after the pause, whether it was injuries or COVID or different personnel, the team wasn't able to pick up quite where they were before. Do you know why that would be, you think?
No, I mean, if I knew, everyone else would know, and we would have fixed that. It would be probably still playing right now. But it wasn't the same. I think every team just went through, bit of a change over the pause we had there before the bubble, and some teams came out in a different way. We just didn't have the same mentality going into that bubble as we had before, and it's kind of weird to put to name one thing, but it was for sure a little bit of a change. And then this year too, having a long wait and then kind of a shortened season, we just couldn't get it together. And I don't think the injuries on a lot of guys helped either. Made it a little tougher on us. So a lot of scrambling on the lineups, and it wasn't easy, but we're through that, and now it's just looking forward to the next step.
When you do have a major injury like that, is it tough to watch the guys play the games, every other night? And then also after that, when the Blues are eliminated, are you still 100% into watching hockey and watching the playoff series going on right now? Or is it one of those things where, hey, I'm not in it and I kind of don't even want to watch hockey?
It's usually like if I would have played in the playoffs and then, we're done, I wouldn't watch any hockey. But now since I didn't play, I watched all our games, of course. And then, I've been tuning into more hockey than before, just because, it's been so long since I played now. So I just want to get a little piece of that. So I've been watching a little bit, not religiously in the playoffs now, but, every series I watch one or two games probably, and just to get a little feel for the teams and what they're bringing. So it's been kind of fun following that, but now I'd say I watch more of the European Soccer Championship than anything.
So if you're putting on your hockey analyst hat, though, who do you like to come out of these last couple series? Who do you think is the team to beat to win the Stanley Cup this year?
Well, it looks like Vegas right now. I did not see their first game against Montreal, and I wish I did, because everyone's been underestimating Montreal. I love a good underdog story, but I don't know. Vegas seems to be, beating Colorado, which was the team to beat. It felt like this year. They're gonna be hard to beat. On the other side, you see the Islanders. I kind of like how they play. Tampa, for sure, won it last year, but the Islanders, they do what they're good at. It's not like super fun to watch, or it's not flashy or anything, but they play a really good team game. So, that's going to be an interesting series. But I'd say Vegas is probably the team right now that's looking the best.
We're talking with Blues defenseman Carl Gunnarsson. So how do things go for you moving forward with where you will play and potential conversations with the Blues this offseason? Is it kind of a wait and see? I don't want to put words into your mouth, but such a successful career with the Blues, would you want to stay around here or kind of see what else is out there?
I'm in no rush right now. I'm just going to take my time, like I said, taking baby steps with my rehab, and we got a couple more weeks before the action starts. So right now I'm just, I'm sitting tight. I'm going to spend, most of the summer here in St. Louis, so we'll be here, and then we'll see what the future holds here.
And I'm guessing, even though an injury stinks, you have the added family time. And I'm not trying to be a stalker here, but I did happen to see you a month or so ago at the local swim school with the kiddos, watching them performing the swim lessons. So at least you get more time with the kids, right?
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Got them in summer camp and all that, different activities. So it's fun to be part of and be able to go in and see what they're doing there. And just not hear them talk about it. So it's been kind of great doing some more family time, and I love that part. So there's always something good coming out of it, right?
Absolutely. So, Carl, final question for you. Just give us, is there one memory from the parade, or maybe something that hasn't been discussed from the 2019 run? We know all about your goal and all that and the story with Chief, but is there something that you really remember and focus on from 2 years ago as all these memories come back?
Oof. To pick one thing, there's just so many things that some of them just blur together, and then you see all the pics. It comes back to you and videos too. It's tough to pinpoint one thing, but I think I mentioned to someone else, it was last year or whatever, but we had a crew that was actually in Boston when we were going out to dinner, and we ended up doing it. Maybe this story's been told before, I guess so, but we were a crew of like 5 or 6 guys, and we went out to dinner in Boston for game 2. So we lost the first one. Game 2, we won that one. And then we came back, and the rest of the games in Boston went to the same restaurant, and worked out pretty good.
And I lied. I have one more question because it's coming from our text line. Somebody texting in saying, "Boom, boom, Gunnarsson. Love this guy. Ask him if fans scream that to him in public. Do people yell out, boom, boom, Gunny to you?"
Well, there's been some kids that have done that, which is kind of fun. I mean, I got to blame Panger a little bit for that nickname, but it's not a bad one, and I'll take it. But yeah, it's kind of fun, and it seems to be, it's kind of stuck too. It's kind of cool though. But it happens every now and then.
Well, Carl, appreciate the time as always, sir. Good luck with the recovery and being here in St. Louis. We can hear the birds chirping in the background on this beautiful day, so we appreciate you joining us, man.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks for having me.
All right, that's Boom Boom Gunny, Carl Gunnarsson, joining us here on the Charlie Marlow Show, 590 The Fan, 590thefan.com. Good dude, and like I said, I wasn't stalking him. It's just that our kids happen to go to the same swim school, so I was kind of leaving one particular day, and I saw him coming in with the crutches on, going through the recovery of the injury. But again, even though it stinks to be hurt, and just the recovery and the rehab of coming back, but you do get more family time, which is a bonus.
Oh, I'm sure. Absolutely. That's good for him.